whom to choose for the last battle to conclude the story with the best ending, Maelle or Verso. So Game Award has ended and Clair Obscure Expedition 33 has won 9 awards, to be precise 10 awards, because apparently Steam also hosts their own Game Awards and Clair Obscure Expedition 33 has won his 10th award for the best soundtrack. Because why not? The story is great, gameplay is good, and graphics and environment is top notch, and the audio, the music is best of all. But the question still remains, whom to choose for the last battle to conclude the story with the best ending, Maelle or Verso? In my opinion, it's Verso. No spoilers. Thanks for watching. Bye. Sorry, but I made this whole video for the people who have completed the story and just want to know whether the choice they have made is good or bad. And it is all my opinion, so don't be offensive in the comment section. I am an innocent soul, so please, let's just start with Maelle. So those who have chosen Maelle might have thought that if Maelle won, the whole expedition might end. And apparently that was the whole objective all throughout the game until the epilogue. You know that. And also, we know that Gustav and all the people of Lumiere would come back alive, and the expeditioner who have died by the hand of Neuron also come back alive. And now you think this might be the good ending, but here's my take. Let's just take ourselves back to the scene where we confront real Renoir, the curator, where Maelle talks about restoring the fantasy Lumiere and go back to the real world after fixing everything. Renoir know that she won't come back, but he wanted to trust her, but we get to know that she was lying to Renoir all this time. She was fixated on staying in the fantasy Lumiere even though she knows that she might die, but still want to stay in a fantasy world with the fictional people that don't even exist. And that was obsession. Even though I never experienced love in my entire life, but I still know the difference between love and obsession. Maelle was obsessed with living with a fake family that was made in a fantasy Lumiere, leaving the real family behind and ignored. And because of that, Renoir, Aline, and especially Verso had to suffer. Because Renoir could never see his child again, and Verso was created again and brainwashed after the fight to accept a life he never wanted. Just because of Maelle's greed for a happy life she never got in the real one. And still, in the end, she got corrupted and stayed in the fantasy world forever. So now we go with Verso. Here we take a whole opposite turn against the objective, and that is wipe off all the canvas and destroy the whole painting so that Renoir, Aline and Maelle could go back to their real life and rebuild their family bond. That also broke due to fracture in Lumiere and death of Verso in fire that started by the writers. That's just my assumption. I don't know who started the fire, so what? I know that if we choose Verso, the whole fantasy Lumiere would just collapse. And all the people we know would just disappear, like SK, Lune, CL, Monaco. Everybody just disappears like they don't even exist. And after hearing this, I know that you might think this is not a good ending either. But this ending tells you all about acceptance, and everything that happens for a reason. And it should not hold you back with the past. Aline and Maelle was held back by their thoughts and they never wanted to escape it. While Maelle was confronting with real Renoir, Renoir tells and shows Maelle that every time Aline tries to get inside the painting, she gets weak. And Verso saw that and get inside the portal to stop Verso from painting anymore. Here we see that Verso wants to save Aline from dying by sacrificing himself and his friends. He thinks that fantasy world doesn't matter if mother is dying just because she wants to see Verso alive. Verso loves Maelle, or say Alicia, and he knows that this is not the place she needs. All she needs is a real family. And that is the definition of love. And that is my perspective toward the choice I made, even though both the choices were impactful to the story and both the choices had a good side and a bad side. But at the end, we only choose the one outcome that best aligned with our feelings and thoughts. And that is my opinion. Tell me your opinion on these choices and tell me whether I was wrong anywhere. I appreciate feedbacks and thanks for watching. Bye.